Hey guys, I'm Jackie. This video today is going to be a slow flow vinyasa class. So we're just going to take things a little bit slower than you would in a normal flow class, just to give us a little bit of time to kind of dive deep into each pose, really feel it out, and maybe deepen our expression in each posture. So with that being said, make sure you have nice comfortable clothes on, grab a mat, blocks if you have them, no big deal if you don't. We'll go ahead and get started in a child's pose. So bring your big toes to touch. And if you want to start getting into your hips, you can draw the knees wide as your mat. Or if your back needs a little bit of support, draw the knees to touch. And then sink your hips back towards your heels. Crawl your hands forward. And then allow yourself to just kind of melt down onto the mat. Take a couple moments here to just kind of settle in, to reconnect to your breath, feeling each inhalation and each exhalation. As you inhale, tuning in and feeling the expansion of your belly towards your thighs. And as you exhale, let it soften back towards your spine. On your next inhale, can you feel your back body and your side bodies lift up, expand? And exhale, soften back down. And then we're going to slowly crawl into our finger pads. And on your inhale, ride your breath up to a tabletop position, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Wiggle it out. We're going to take a couple cat-cows here. So on your inhale, drop your belly, tilt your tailbone, lift your gaze up to the sky. A couple breaths here in this first cow pose. So we're going to wrap our biceps forward, tilt our tailbone up, and then we're squeezing the shoulder blades together on our back, looking forward to the front of the room. Take one more full breath in. Exhale to cat as you curl your chin to your chest, round your back, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Couple breaths here, really round out through the upper back. One more breath in, and one more breath out. Move at your own pace. Use your breath as your guide. As you inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale to curl. Two more inhale, belly drops. Exhale, round your spine. Last one, inhale, belly drops, heart lifts. Exhale to curl and round. Come back to your neutral tabletop. Take a deep breath in, sweep your right arm up high to the sky, open your chest. Exhale, thread your needle. Right arm comes between your left wrist and your left knee. Right shoulder comes down to the ground if that feels okay. And you can stay soft and passive here, or maybe if you want to activate, squeeze your shoulder blades together in your back. Maybe crawl your left fingertips to the top edge of your mat, and then draw your left shoulder away from your left ear. Stay with your breath. Good. And then slowly bring your left hand back by your face. Your inhale sweeps your right arm up high to the sky. Hold it there. Draw your left toes out to the left, and then step your right foot to the back of your mat. So your toes face the right edge of your mat, your heel faces the left edge, and then sweep your right arm up and over to the front of the room, right bicep by your right ear. We're getting this nice long side body stretch. So press into that pinky toe side of your right foot, and then stretch through your fingertips. So notice my hand's not limp, the energy stops at my wrist. It reaches through the fingertips. Squeeze your glutes. One more breath in. Exhale, tabletop. Right to the other side. Inhale, reach your left arm up high. Exhale, thread your needle. Left ear, left shoulder to the ground. And again, stay here, soft, or squeeze the shoulder blades together. Maybe crawl your right hand to the top edge of your mat. Wherever you are, draw your right shoulder away from your right ear, and breathe. right hand back by your face. Inhale to sweep your left arm up high to the sky. And then keep it there as you draw your right toes to the right edge of your mat. Step your left foot back. And then sweep your left arm to the front of the room. Press even deeper down, or harder, deeper down into your left pinky toe side of your left foot. And then reach through your fingertips. Your wrist doesn't limp. You're reaching and extending. Feel that left side body really lengthen for one more breath in. Exhale, tabletop. Good, tuck your toes and then just kind of rock forward and back. Maybe a little side to side, warming up those wrists. You can take it in little circles if that feels good. And then inhale, lift your knees off the ground. Exhale to downward facing dog. Take it slow, send your hips up and back. Widen your stance if you need. I have really tight hamstrings, so I really like to take a really deep bend in one knee as I straighten out one leg. And then pedal it out. Taking it slow each side. What I see a lot of times is people kind of rolling forward so that they can straighten out their legs. That's more of a plank pose. For downward facing dog, you can have your knees as bent as you want. We want to push our hips to the back of the room to lengthen. So you see this ramp that I'm creating in my upper body. And we want to roll the shoulder blades open away from our ears. Make lots of space for your neck. Feel free to shake your head yes, shake it no, let it go. Take your time and stay aware of your breath. Make sure those fingers are spread nice and wide, giving you a solid foundation. And as you're ready, bring your big toes to touch. Take a deep breath in, sweep your right leg up high to the sky, couple breaths here. Flex your toes down towards the ground, and then send your left heel a little closer to the ground, if you have it. Melting your chest towards your left thigh. Take a full breath in. And then exhale, bend your knees, stack your hips. Notice if that right shoulder wants to splay open, can you draw it back in line, equal weight in your shoulders. Good, one more breath in here. Exhale, slow and controlled, knee towards your nose, around your spine. Inhale to reach your leg back long. Exhale to slowly step it through between your hands. Take your time, maybe that's one step, maybe that's a few steps, doesn't matter. And then just kind of rock your weight forward and back, side to side. Just feeling into those hips. And then we're gonna take it right on up to high crescent lunge. You can always lower your back knee if you're not quite ready for high crescent. So before we lift up, draw your left heel to the back of the room, lighting up that left leg. Tent up on your fingertips. Take it slow, inhale, rise up, high crescent lunge. Biceps by your ears, shoulders relax, down your back. And again, just like before, our energy isn't just kind of stopping at our wrists, it's reaching through our fingertips, down to our toes, and back up again. So keep your legs really active, and notice if you kind of splay open, pull your navel towards your spine, wrap your ribs together, and then just hang out here for a couple breaths. Unhinge your jaw, try to relax your face as much as you can. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, open twist, right arm back, left arm forward. Try to squeeze your hips towards one another and keep your legs activated. Good. Press into your right big toe to find that balance. And your next breath in, come back through center. Woo. Exhale, open up to warrior two. And then if you want to take this a little bit higher than you normally would, it's our first warrior two. Take your time. Couple breaths here. Double check your shoulders are stacked over your hips as much as you can get them there. And notice if that left arm is kind of hanging low. Maybe take a look back, make sure it's working just as hard as your right arm. Press into your right big toe, and then maybe with your next breath out, you can lean forward just a bit more, getting into that inner right thigh. You can always take it back if you need. Good. Inhale to flip your front palm, and reverse your warrior, stretch it up and back. side angle. Right elbow to your right thigh, left arm up and over to the front of the room. You'll notice this is pretty similar to one of the first postures we did in class. That side stretch pose, we're pressing deeply into that left toe side, pinky toe side of our left foot, and then reaching through your left fingertips. Wrap your left rib cage up towards the sky, and breathe. Remembering slow is not easy. Slow can sometimes be very strong, so take a break when you need. You've got nothing to prove in this practice. Good, just here for one more breath in, and one more breath out. I'll give that right hip a break. Inhale, come up to star pose. Toes out, heels in. This is one of my favorite postures. Making yourself as big as you possibly can, spreading between your fingers, between your toes. Pull your navel in towards your spine, and then lift up through your chest. Confident, powerful, big, loving breath in. Exhale to goddess pose. Sink it low. Hands to your heart. You can always keep your arms up overhead if that feels better. Good. You can always find a soft sway, or if stillness serves you, stay there. Try to find softness in your face. Maybe a gentle smile. Good. And then on your next breath in, we'll come up to star pose. Inhale, make yourself really big. Exhale, windmill your hands down, frame your front foot at the top of your mat. Step it back to a high plank. And breathe here for a couple breaths. You can always come down to your knees. If that feels better, do what serves you today. I'm gonna lift my knees for this first one. Might change that here in a little bit. I'm gonna take a deep breath in, shift your weight forward. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly as slowly as you can. Hug your elbows in towards your ribs. Take it all the way down. These blocks. And then moving into baby cobra, pressing to the tops of your feet till your kneecaps lift off the ground. Firing up your quads, squeeze your glutes, and inhale, lift up baby cobra. Exhale to lower right back down. 2 more of those. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Last one, inhale, baby cobra. Breathe here for a couple breaths. Hold, keep your legs active, and then squeeze your shoulder blades together on your mat. Option to float your hands. Soften your gaze down to the top edge of your mat. Breath in. Exhale, let it go. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Pedal it out, take your time. We're going to take that over to the other side. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, sweep your left leg up high. A couple breaths here as you drive your right heel down to the ground. Flex your toes in towards your face and melt your chest towards your right thigh. Keep your shoulders strong and away from your ears. Breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, stack your hips. Inhale to come back through center. Exhale, slowly draw your knee towards your nose, round your spine, shift forward. Inhale, send your leg up and back. Exhale, step it through between your hands. Couple breaths here to slowly kind of shake out the hips. Find a little bit of movement side to side. No right or wrong, just kind of feeling out, feeling it out. And then come back to stillness when you're ready. Drive your right heel to the back of the room, firing up that right quad. Use your core, take it slow. Inhale, rise up, high crescent lunge. Couple breaths here to settle in. Bending into your left knee, maybe a little buoyancy. Notice again if your ribs kind of want to splay open. Act like you're kind of knitting your ribs in together, which allows you a little bit more length in your spine as you reach tall through the crown of your head. Sink it down a little lower. One more breath in. Exhale, twist, left elbow back, left arm back, right arm forward. Squeeze your hips together, sink a little lower. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. And again, take your time to find your footing, turning those right toes slightly in, those left toes face straight forward. And then you can gently squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back. Your drishti, or your gaze, is soft, steady, and peaceful over your left fingertips. And you can always look back and make sure that right arm isn't just hanging. It's energetically reaching back. Your left arm is reaching forward, shoulders relaxed. Navel towards your spine. On your next exhale, maybe bend a little bit deeper. Inhale, flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Extended side angle, left elbow, left thigh. Right arm reaches up and towards the front of the room. Lifting that left rib cage up, wrapping it up away from your left thigh, creating lots of space for yourself. And a lot of times I see people kind of hunching down low. Lift that left shoulder away from your left ear, or drop down away. Good. You can always look up towards your right fingertips. Press into that pinky toe side of your right foot. We'll be here for just one more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale to power you up to star pose. Toes out, heels in. I know I'm facing away from you now, but now you can see my back. We're not arching that low back. Our core is engaged, and then we're lifting up through our chest. So making ourselves really big here, but also really strong, really grounded, and with a solid foundation. So take one more deep breath in. Exhale to goddess pose, sink it low. Good. Find a little sway, side to side. Sink it down a little lower. One more breath in. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, rise up, star pose, really big. Exhale, windmill your hands down, frame your front foot, top edge of your mat. Step it back, high plank. Knees up or down. I'm going to choose the lower mind for this first one. We're going to take a chaturanga, modified or not. Shift your weight forward on your inhale. Exhale, lower halfway down or less. So if that's here, here, we just don't want to be here. So inhale, come right back up. We're going to try that one more time. Exhale, lower halfway or less. Flip to the tops of your feet for upward facing dog. And a couple of breaths here. Pressing into the top of your feet, just like baby cobra. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Just one more breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, y'all. Rock out the hips side to side, maybe bend your knees, whatever feels good. And then take a deep breath in, and then open mouth, let it go. Inhale to look forward. Exhale to make your way to the top of your mat, forward fold. Bend your knees generously. And forget about getting into your hamstrings here. We want to release through our low back. So grab your opposite elbows, relax your head. Maybe shaking a yes or no. Maybe sway side to side. And relax your hands down to the ground. Take it really slow all the way up to stand to mountain pose. Stacking vertebrae and vertebrae. That is the last thing to arrive. Roll your shoulders back. In Tadasana, find your mountain pose. Arms at your sides, but palms face forward. So I'll show you from this angle. Feet can touch if that feels good for you. Personally, it feels better about hips distance apart for me. But find a soft bend in your knees. Maybe close your eyes here so that you can really tune into your body. I'll try to walk you through the cues for this posture. Losing my words here. So let's start from your feet actually. Bring your awareness into your toes as you press your big toes down into the mat and then drive your heels down. Act like you can almost lift up through the arches of your feet and then feel that energy move all the way up your legs. Pull your navel in towards your spine and then squeeze your shoulders together on your back, opening your chest just a bit more. Relax your face. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky, upward salute. Exhale, hands press together, drag them to your heart. reach up, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees. Hands can stay on the ground, your shins or thighs. Halfway lengthen, inhale. And then exhale to fold. Well, this time we're gonna hold our halfway lift. Inhale to halfway lift. A lot of times I just see people hanging out. This is a really active pose. We're bringing the weight slightly forward into our toes, less hanging out in our heels. Plug your navel in towards your spine. Shine your tailbone to the back of the room. Crown of your head reaches to the front of the room. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, just like mountain pose. One more breath in. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step or float back, high plank. Take a chaturanga or a baby cobra. We'll all meet in downward facing dog when you're ready. Come back to your breath, reset. And then if you want to take a few hops, or maybe just step slowly up to a seat, do what feels good for you today. I'm going to just take 2 hops, bending your knees, coming into like a little pounce position as you press into your finger pads, kicking up to your glutes. I'll just take 1 more of those. Good. And then take your time, slowly coming down to a seat, and then all the way to your back. Hug your knees into your chest, a little gentle rock side to side. Maybe draw a little circle on the ceiling with your knees. And then take happy baby. You can either grab for the back of your legs or maybe your feet. Gently hugging your knees down towards the ground. Maybe wiggle it out. Excuse me. And then come back, hug your knees. Take a moment of gratitude, a moment to thank your strong body and your mind for allowing you to move through this flow today, allowing you to just be here in this moment and experience this yoga practice, this connection of mind, body, soul. Hug your knees in, wrap your arms around your legs, give yourself a big squeeze, breath in, and then exhale into your Shavasana. Feel free to grab any props, maybe blankets, and close out in any comfortable position that works for you. If laying on your back isn't right, you can come to sitting down or maybe roll on your side. But do whatever you need, take a couple moments, wiggle it out, close your eyes, take a full breath in, and sigh out. 1 more of those, full breath in. Sigh it out. And then just breathe naturally for a few moments. Allow your body to be heavy on the mat, to release your efforts from your practice. And then I invite you to stay here as long as you like. Maybe pause the video, or once this is over, take a few moments, set your timer, and take a longer, deeper Shavasana or meditation. But we'll close out this video for now. Hug your knees into your chest. Eventually making your way onto your left or your right side. Into that little fetal position. Another moment of stillness, another moment to thank yourself for taking this time for you to reconnect, to replenish. And then push yourself up to a seat. Sukhasana, nice, easy, comfortable seat. Bring your heart, hands to your heart, bow your chin to your chest. Bowing to the love and the light that is you. And I thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, to flow with me, and most importantly, thank you for taking time for you. I bow to you. Namaste.